Are you ready? Hey, think you can tell us what to do? Do you think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters.
I am the queen here, the cream of the crop, and there is no one that does it better than the Macho Man Randy Savage. Woo! I've got the style and profile like never before. Well, let me tell you something, brother. I'm the man.
I am the best wrestler in the world.
They call me Hot Rock. Everybody knows it. I don't have to say what I am because I've done it. It's showtime, folks.
What up, everyone? It's your boys, Ty, Justin, and Court back at it once again on the wrestling scene. And for those watching on YouTube, you can finally see I have fixed my problems in life. I am back in the creation station. I'm no longer on my couch. I fixed my power supply. We're doing good. Broken Tie Summer is leaving the train station. And even though it looks like I've crossed many multiverses for many years with this beard and mustaches, we are full force, full ahead with some exciting news. If you notice, I didn't introduce us as a certain name for the podcast because we are transitioning towards the future. We are not across the pond professional wrestling anymore. We will talk about that in a little bit. We are not going back to Gang and Gorilla, but we have joined a new wrestling community, all thanks to Justin. And I want to let him take it away and inform you guys what we got going on.
Yeah, so I mean, you guys know I'm always looking out for the podcast. I know what we have, what we can be. I know how good we can be, and I know where we deserve to be. Nothing against Across the Pond. They were great. They are a tremendous starting platform for any podcast that wants to take off. If they make your cover, they do everything for you. So they are tremendous. I don't have a bad word to say about them. But with Across the Pond, it's very broad. It's a broad network. They have MLB, NBA, NFL, everything. They have F1. They have everything. So I don't think we really could hone in on the professional wrestling fans and community. So I was shopping us a little bit. I guess that's the way to put it. I was shopping us again. And I reached out to Mark and Jay. When I'm on X, I see the fastest rising wrestling community on the internet right now is PW Nexus. And that by far, you have people breaking news now. You have Sean Ross Sapp doing news with them. So they are up, they are rising, and they want to bring us on. They wanted to bring us on board. We have a new name. We are the Real Marks of Long Island, because Court's definitely a Cody Rhodes mark. So, that's a fact. I'm a mark for just anything wrestling. And, I'm just excited for this next chapter. You might be hearing some curses come back out of our mouths. I know we weren't allowed to really curse, but just shout out to Mark, to Jay, to you got Viper Reports, you got Corey, you got Heel Josh over there. It's something special that they're building, and I know I can speak on behalf of all three of us that we are looking forward to moving on and moving forward with PW Nexus.
Yeah. And I want to say thank you to James at ATP for giving us that chance. I mean, it was awesome to be a part of a network and meet some new people, make some new connections, and, hopefully keep that relationship alive because they were awesome. And to give us a shot like that, especially when we were brand new and really just getting our footing, was tremendous. So shout out to them. Go, if you like any kind of sports at all, you can literally head over to Across the Pond and you will see anything your heart desires. and just shout out to that team.
Yeah, and just Kayla and Tony too, who took over for James. Kayla's been nothing but a gem to work with. So shout out to those two as well.
Yeah, I think we really enjoyed our time at Across the Pond. This isn't some like crazy breakup. It's nothing like that. We really liked it. James was awesome, and Kayla and Tony, like you guys said, were absolutely great. It's just us needing to go towards a more wrestling fan base, more wrestling followers, all that. And, we're very happy on our time Across the Pond, and we're very excited for our future at PW Nexus. And to be Marks on Long Island, that's what we are. So let's just do it.
Yeah, I don't want to miss the voice notes from James, but let's fucking talk wrestling. Let's go. There's one thing I do want to bring up, which is I know we were going to talk about Raw, but I'm kind of going to sway a little bit because I saw this on the internet the other day. And Court, I need to get your opinion. So Friday Night SmackDown, the first SmackDown, Roman Reigns comes back. We have the opening segment having more viewership than the main event viewership, which was the Roman Reigns return. A lot of people were talking some smack, talking some shit. I could get back into the cursing realm with this, right? I'm trying to hold myself back, but people were trying to say that the only reason the beginning segment was as bigger than it was the main event was because everyone thought Roman was going to come out first. Do you think that's true, or do you think your boy Cody Rhodes just holds it down for SmackDown?
People are crazy. Yeah. So if that was the case, they would turn it on, see Cody, realize Roman's not going to come out, and then wait till the main event. So that's not the case. Cody is a needle mover, a fucking needle mover. Wow, that felt good. Holy shit. We're just getting off hot. It's, people are going to, the Roman Reigns fans, especially the ones who were before he turned face, all the whole bloodline, they just want to rip Cody to shreds. It really reminds me of me and Ty when we were younger and we hated John Cena because he was the ultimate babyface, and we just took any heel that was around and loved him because he would take out Cena. That is what these Roman fans are. They hate Cody like we hated Cena, which is very crazy to me, but that's literally what it is.
I got nothing. I mean, Cody is Cody. There's nothing bad I can say about him. I just don't like the one thing with Cody is I know that they really don't have anything big for him. So like they're throwing him in a match with Kevin Owens. It's pretty much, let's just be honest, it's a placeholder for whatever's next. I mean, if he somehow loses to Kevin Owens, I will be stunned. But you'll need a heel turn from Kevin Owens for me to even believe that an ounce. And then Roman came out, and man, oh man, everyone hates Solo, man. It's crazy how bad people hate Solo.
I love what Solo is doing, and I love that they were able to get that heat behind this new bloodline. But Tonga Loa, man, he needs to go. Like he's literally a liability now for the stable, and I get you just can't get rid of him, but he botches everything. Like it must be nerves, being in such a big setting and stuff. But like if you can handle that, man, especially being on the forefront, like you're in this main event picture, whether it's against Cody, whether it gets Roman, like all eyes are on you. So when you're missing low blows, bonking your brother in the head, taking bad misses, like it's bad, and people can see that. And like to me, it's like I get like once here and there, but every week everyone expects him to botch something, and he does. He delivers on that botch. It's like when Sakara would mess up week in and week out. Like you can't have that, especially when you're in that main event picture.
Did you see how he held the title up? I was like, what is going on here? Like, what the fuck am I watching? It was incredible. I was like, what's going on? But you don't think at some point he's playing into it? There's no you don't think he's playing into this at all?
No.
You're not giving him an ounce of
No,
because so like for me, the first initial botches were just bad. Even in his matches, like it's one thing to do botches, like all right, when he missed the low blow and hit his brother in the head, like okay, I can maybe see that. But like when you're in matches and botching like that, it's not real. Like you're not doing that on purpose. You're literally just either nervous or you're messing up or whatever it is. You're not getting that cadence. It's just you're not going to just do that in a match.
Yeah, it's like it's that big spotlight. Why am I blanking right now? Who was supposed to be in Legacy in the beginning? And Manu?
Yes, Manu.
He had that big frame. He had that same Samoan look. He was a legacy type guy. He couldn't get it. He couldn't get the ring work. He couldn't get the promos. Like nothing worked. So like it's just the WWE is not for him right now. I know that he's in the middle of this picture. You can't just take him out. Send him to NXT. Send him to the Performance Center for a year. I don't know.
But yeah, we have like I want to go back to what you were saying, Justin, about what Cody has maybe going forward. This is like turned into a Cody cast right now. But I'm thinking Randy, man. I think it's got to be. I think Randy loses against Gunther. I mean, a lot of people are saying it. I had the same opinion, same thought process of what a lot of people are saying. Like Randy gets pissed. Randy sees another title, which he's been staring at on SmackDown, his brand, and he's gonna go for it. Like even have Randy and Cody go 1-on-1, face. Randy loses, but then next week on SmackDown just goes ape shit. Takes out Cody, hits him with an RKO, and just have two more matches, 2 more premium live matches, 3 match program. That's what I want. I've been preaching this. If you've heard me speak for months on end in this podcast, I want 3-month programs back, 4 months, 2 months, something. Give me something. You know, we had a glimpse of it with AJ Styles with Cody, but that second match, everyone loved it. The story behind it, the build up, the fake retirement. Like this is what we need. You want that because with how fast these pay-per-views are coming around now, it's like every 3 to 4 weeks we got PLEs. We need substance, and you're not going to get that by just one-offs. And I know they made a remark to it on, I think on Raw, is that like the rematch clause isn't even a thing anymore. And it's not. And that's kind of frustrating too, because like it just adds to the story, because when you have that rematch, there's still animosity between those guys. There's still a rivalry happening to someone who just dropped the title. And most of the time they're going to lose again, but you never know. There could be another win title back that fast. I don't know. I love Triple H, and he's been doing a hell of a good job. But for me, it's weird that we're not getting these longer programs.
So let me ask you both. If the turn's going to happen with Orton and Cody, they're going to have to wait until Survivor Series, no? I would assume Survivor Series and a War Games match or whatever. I don't know how it's going to play out because it's probably Bloodline versus Bloodline, and then there'll probably be a women's War Games match. So I don't know where it's going to be, but if, you know, a turn like that always, I think, happens at a major, you know, PLE. So that gives you have August, September. You still have 3 months of PLEs to try to get through here.
You have Bash Berlin, Bad Blood, Survivor Series.
Okay.
Bad Blood would be a perfect face-to-face match between Randy and Cody. Even though Bad Blood sounds like it should be face versus heel for the title, it could be. You never know. Like, or it could just be pissed off of his loss and Bash in Berlin if he loses and just starts taking out his frustrations on Kevin and Cody, and then you go into Bad Blood from there, and then you have the rematch. You know, Randy, Cody 2 Survivor Series.
Yeah, I have a couple points here I just want to get out. And obviously it's Cody, so they're all over the place. But as far as Cody's title reign and who he's facing and why it seems lackluster that these opponents, it's because he faced Roman. And Roman is here and everyone else is here. That's just the way he was built. It doesn't matter if he's facing AJ, Kevin, Logan Paul. It doesn't matter. Even Randy. Like, Randy would still not – it would be amazing. It would be right there. But – so I think that's the reason people are kind of shitting on Cody's reign, because they don't like that he's facing these guys, but there's no one else to face. And as far as Bad Blood and Randy turning and all that, I think it's obviously in the cards. It's obviously going to happen. I would rather it happen like Ty said, like do a face thing at Bad Blood. Think about Bad Blood. Think about Blood, Cody and Randy, both second and third generation superstars. Blood, bloodline, blood. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying blood a lot. But it can all tie in. It can all tie in, all of it. And Randy loses next week on SmackDown, boom, and go to Survivor Series, go to Rumble, go to Mania. I don't care. Ty's right. I want those long programs back. I want long, meaningful, stories that don't end after a one-off, and hopefully we'll start getting them.
Yeah. And I think that everyone wants to see Randy go heel. Everyone wants it. As much as face Randy's great, fun, cool, nothing beats 09 Randy kissing Steph on the ground with the, handcuff Triple H to the ropes, punting people left and right, leaving bodies behind him. Like, that's what I want. I miss that Randy, the one that hears those voices and just, it's the bad voices. It's not the angel voices. It's the devil voices. And that's what I'm ready for. I think we've seen enough face Randy for quite some time. And I wanted him to turn heel on Riddle so bad for so long. I wanted Randy to punt him straight to the Indies. And it didn't really happen that way. Riddle's now in the Indies, but I wish Randy was the one that sent them.
I mean, dude, he's not even in the Indies anymore. So we all got our wishes with that. He's doing birthday parties right now. So, I mean, who knows what that guy's up to? But yeah, SmackDown, I thought delivered, and totally off topic, but I wanted to get this out. I love how with NXT, Shawn Michaels has already announced that NXT is going on the road for the first two episodes of the CW. So I really think that solidifies them as no longer training ground, like NXT 2.0 or whatever. But this is a legitimate third brand, especially with all the TNA, attractions that are coming in weekly. Joe Hendry weekly. I mean, that guy is he's a megastar. It's incredible. And I'm, every Tuesday I come home and Marie goes, "It's Joe Hendry night." I go, "Hell yeah, it is. It's Joe Hendry night. Say his name."
And it's funny because now he might be facing off against Ethan Page for the NXT Championship. Like, it's going to be him, Wesley, Pete Dunne, triple threat most likely for number one contendership for this NXT Championship. It's got to be Joe Hendry. He's the only face. And that's going to be huge. Imagine Joe Hendry walks out of NXT and into TNA with the NXT Championship. Huge. Which, to me, you have an opportunity to do this, and I think it would work wonders. I say pull the trigger, let Joe Hendry walk in and out of NXT and TNA with that championship for a little bit. Even though Ethan Page, man, he bet on himself full force, and I'm glad because he is on a run right now at NXT. Like, I don't want him to drop the title, but like when you have that heat that is Joe Hendry right now, it's tough because sometimes you have to pull the trigger. You have to pull it when the kettle's hot. So like, I don't know. I don't want Ethan to lose, but I want Joe Hendry to have that NXT championship around his waist. I want to see a TNA guy with that championship.
And I don't know if you guys have been watching, but even the story with Wes Lee right now, turning on the Rascals, it is, my God, it's so good. Like, NXT might be my favorite show weekly right now, by far. Like, the way that he said that the Rascals, Trey Miguel and Wentz, they brought the Rascals back just so they could get that WWE rub. And then at the end, he said, best wishes, future endeavors, WWE superstar Wesley. Like, oh my God, that hit.
HBK is cooking down there, man. He is cooking. I mean, you guys all nailed it with the Joe Hendry stuff, and that but Ethan Page, that promo with Joe Hendry was amazing. He just went off. And I think that'd be awesome to walk in as TNA with the NXT championship. Like, even a year ago, we would never expect to see that happen. Think about like 10, 15 years ago when TNA was like the breeding ground for, Kurt Angle and Christian and all these, Bubba Ray and all these WWE dropouts. And now, they're actually attached to WWE now. It's just, well, not attached, but they will be if Joe Hendry wins the title, brings it over there.
Yeah, and to me, maybe in May, I was not a Joe Hendry believer, but I've been taken over by storm, and I am believing. I believe in Joe Hendry, and I need it. I want it. Every time I see him weekly, he's showing up to NXT. Like this man, he wants WWE so bad too. You can tell it. It's the promised land. And he's getting over so well in NXT. It's going to happen. You know, he'll probably show up in the Rumble this year. Imagine John Cena's last Rumble and Joe Hendry tosses John Cena out. Like, how epic would that be? You know, John Cena, Joe Hendry face to face in the Rumble.
But it's not even that he's just showing up. He's showing up and delivering like way, way more than expected. Like he's standing toe to toe in all these promos with whoever he's in the ring with. He is taking on Gallus and putting on amazing matches. Like he's proving that he is the real deal. And he's like he's one of the main eventers right now in NXT, and he's not even an NXT superstar, which blows my mind.
It's that hard work. It's that grind, man. He said it. He's put in years, like a decade of hard work into this to make himself and put himself in a position where he is today. And more power to him. Like I'm excited to see what the future has to hold for him. There's a lot going on, man. I know we wanted to keep this short. This is more of an update podcast for the fans, for the viewers, for the listeners, for everyone listening on podcasts on the YouTube. We appreciate you. We appreciate you joining us on this journey. Like wrestling is hot. You can tell. You go on TikTok. If you scroll on TikTok, if you're a wrestling fan, you got creator after creator after creator popping up on your timeline. Hopefully that will be us for you soon because we want to make an impact. We want to entertain the people for professional wrestling. It's booming. And with Triple H at the helm at WWE, like the sky's the limit. And when you have that kind of competition and Triple H is just pushing banger after banger, every other company is going to want to step up to the plate and do the same. So it's an exciting time. It really is.
And I maybe this is a little tease into the future, but you know how we were just talking about this forbidden door being open with with WWE, NXT, and TNA. Now that we are here in PW Nexus with everyone that's in this internet community, you don't know who's going to pop up on this podcast. Anyone can pop up at any time. So it could just be us three, and all of a sudden there's a little face in the bottom left corner. And who is it? I don't know. But they're going to come on the show, and we're going to hear what they got to say. And I cannot
bust open my door behind me, hit me with a chair, and just take over from me. Who knows?
Yeah, it's Broken Ty P. He wants his spot back.
Be careful, the Wyatts aren't coming.
Broken Ty P is going to drag me back to the couch with the phone. But as always, everyone, thanks for tuning in. We are the Real Marks of Long Island, and we will catch you on the next one.
Peace.